new life in the game. How you feeling?
It was, I'll be honest, I was watching that bottle the entire time that we were sitting on the benches watching the other tribal, and I'm just staring at it. I'm thinking, whoever gets voted out, don't take that bottle. Whoever gets voted out, don't take that bottle. Whoever gets voted out, don't take that bottle. Thank God it was the right bottle. I mean, I was pretty crushed. Still am, to be honest. Like, that really sucks, but I got second life, so better do my best I can with it.
Did you vote for Dave? I voted for him. Oh, okay. Alex just said he voted for Johnston.
Someone's alive. Someone's alive.
That's funny.
It's all good. I think it's best to not, because whoever did that, it's just best to not put stock into it. Because there was like a before. Yeah. I need to say. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a game.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. So with that last vote, it is insane. I knew with the message in the bottle, with those messages dwindling down, that it was very likely that someone was going to like get it soon. Obviously, a 25% chance of picking it. So in the event that John picked the message in the bottle, which he did, I wrote down Dave's name. So then I could use that as leverage with John when I got back. It's a risky move, but I came here to play risky moves, and it's risky because John could use that as an opportunity to throw me under the bus, make me look like this liar because I told everyone else that I didn't do it, and could just like take me out and just like bring himself back from the bottom up a notch and put me on the bottom. I have an immunity either to do that, but these are some good players, right? So these are some really like top-notch players, and they could blindside the hell out of me. But that was great, you know. Like I said, when I went to go put in my vote, I was like, this is just insurance, like just in case. And I think I did the right thing because he picked up the damn like, oh my gosh, like look at the Irish. I think he said he's Irish. Like picked the damn message and like got it. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's insane. And and I also feel better because I think that this game is going to be good for me because I just have good vibes because if, God forbid, if I was the one out, that's the bottle that I would have picked.
So Dave received second vote. I found out a little crucial information or a nugget from Amir that he came up to me and asked me immediately whether it was me or not. And I get it. I think Amir knows my reputation a little bit, particularly from the Mole, Ohio, if I had to guess, because he's played with those people in the Challenge Great Lakes. So I think I might have to watch out for Amir a little bit more closely because he might know more about me than he's letting on.
Did you vote?
So I actually didn't know. Wow, man, that hurt. So I know. And listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 straight with it because I felt good about it. And listen, this is exactly what happened. Like, did you come back from the summit or from the challenge?
Yeah, I was at the summit.
Yeah. The two names were yourself and Dave. Of course. All six of us linked up and they said, John's not here, let's try. I literally could not do anything.
Okay.
And that's exactly what happened.
No, I believe you.
And I'll keep it 100% with you because I still want to work with you moving forward.
I do genuinely mean it when I say like I'm good with everyone here. Like I'm not angry. I've run to work with everybody, but the bus ride it's still 100%. So that's why it hurts a little bit more.
I know. But because you know what I was going to do?
You didn't. You also didn't want to be on the wrong side.
I know. But yeah, I was literally this close to walking up to you before tribal. I think Alex walked in front of me, and then I was going to play your shield out. I'll vote with you. If someone else randomly votes, we would have had it. Yeah. But you stayed in the game anyway. So yeah. I don't
know if happy's the word.
No, for sure. And hopefully I can earn your trust back. I do apologize.
I'm saying to everybody, and I mean it. Like we're good. You're good.
Okay. Let's do it. That's the plan. 100%. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And if we can make something happen, let's do it. All right. Great. Coming back from the last time out, I told my core three that Megan might be a decent option to go for. I feel like that might have been playing too hard. The immunity kind of got to me a little bit. I love the chaos. And my tribe is like, so like, so it's like, I'm trying to play here, people. I kind of like the purple tribe, like watching them. They're just like scrambling and having a good time. I was like, shoot, I love that. That's the thrill I want. But listen, Survivor is a long game. Even though it's 2 days, it's still somewhat of a marathon, not necessarily a sprint. So I'm going to take my options and move forward.
Amir came up and he told me that he voted with me. He also asked me to keep that a secret. I plan to do so unless he chooses to out himself and tell everyone else about the fact that he made that vote. But everyone else has actually been really honest. They came up and they said, that, hey, yeah, I voted for you. There hasn't been, multiple people trying to lie about it. A couple people, like, it hurts because I really did believe them. A couple other people I didn't believe quite as much. But like I said, this is my second chance in the game now. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Hopefully in the next tribal, they don't just default back to me again, because even with an extra vote, I can't outdo 6 other people. But I think it is now time for me to draw a line in the sand. Previously I was genuinely willing to work with anybody, and I really meant that. But I gotta start making moves. So I'm trying to create a 4. I feel the best with Nathan and Megan. They also felt the most honest with me in the conversations that we just had. And then I also feel really great with Amir. So, ideally if I can get that 4 together, that's the plan moving forward. Again, it's nothing against the other guys, but they voted for me. So it's game on now.
There is a world in which this is terrible. There's a world in which this is great. There's not a lot of worlds where it's kind of in between. So my big focus has been, I like John, I would have worked with him. I just thought it's early in the game, don't make waves. I don't need to cultivate the exact people I want to work with. I just need to be able to work with all the people that are there, right? That was the way that the John vote went down for me. But the more I think about it, that vote clarified for me that one of the things I was worried about is I didn't know who John was working with. And if the answer is literally no one, or maybe one person who won't reveal themselves, which I think was probably Andrew, but who knows, then that seems like an actually great person to work with. And I think I'm in this position where I've got pretty good bonds with a lot of people. I don't know necessarily that I'm anybody's number 1. And so if I can have someone be a number 1 and show some trust, I think that's a good thing. Now, that's the ultimate goal, right? But bare minimum, John has to be in the fold on this vote, feeling great. If we go to a merge, if we go to a swap, just in case, right?
He's saying all the right things. If I'm John and everyone just voted me out, I would seriously think about flipping. But you have to, because there was no animosity towards him. That people voted him out, and he obviously feels like he's on the bottom. So he'd be a moron if he doesn't at least consider flipping, which is risky. Our hope is that purple is not unified, and we can pick people off and form new alliances. Survivor is fluid. There's no one way to win this game. You got to roll with the punches a little bit. Time to roll.
I mean, it's awesome, right? But it's also I voted for him, and now I got to be hey man, I voted for you, but let's still work together. So that's tough. And I didn't want to vote him out, but it was just the kind of thing where that's where the majority was going. So I'm not going to stray from that.
Did a very good job acting like he was very thankful and grateful for what I did, and was dude, I'm so happy. I wanted to make him think that I was his number 1 ally, but I think that he's still very much in the bottom. But what I think that I want to do, now that he's still here and he seems to trust me, unless he's just a really good actor, I think that him, myself, Nathan, and Alex can come together to be 4 people to take out Megan. So Nathan's already down with that idea, and I've been working very closely with Nathan and Alex. Nathan brought that up because Nathan said that Megan was just the kind of person who would win this game, and I thought the same thing. You could just look at her, she just seems like the kind of person who could make it to the end and convince the jury.
All right, so we've reached a point in the game. Everybody's been to tribal council twice, so it is time to drop your expectations. We're not swapping. You're staying where you are.
Okay. Yeah. I was ready to throw it.
Okay. So let's get to the next immunity challenge.
All right. This is a little bit of a complicated challenge, so listen out. There's a lot of moving parts. So, for your next challenge, this will test the communication skills within your team. So when stranded and attempting to survive, communication is key with the people you're surrounded with. They ultimately will determine your survival or failure. This challenge is no different. So your team will be split into 3 pairs. 1, we designate the lookers. 1, we designate the communicators. And 1, we designate the solvers. The lookers, you will be at the other end of the field, and there will be a grid of tiles that you cannot touch. Then you will run to the communicators who are in the blocked off area. You will then describe what you see. The communicators will then have to explain to the solvers what they saw, and then they will remake the grid. The communicator can only talk to one pair. They can only talk to the solvers or the lookers at one time. So if they're talking to the solvers, the lookers need to be at the table, one finger on the table. And if they're talking to the lookers, then the solvers need to be at the table, one finger on the table. Jack will be in the middle. If it comes that the communicator is standing there and there's one of the two pairs, there is a 10-second penalty. You have to stop. You ask for a check, the other tribe can keep going. So you ask for a check. I have the master. I'll look. I'll say incorrect. You keep going until we get it right. You guys have someone to sit out on the challenge. Who is it? Alex is going to sit out. Okay. Alex, you want to sit over by the radiator? Check. 2, 1, go.
Wait, no. Wait, Kevin, go back.
10-second penalty.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, next time we have to wait until they're now at the table and then we go.
All right, go.
And then I believe you're talking to Megan. I'm talking to Dave. Or at least that's what Dave said. So I'll follow his lead.
For some
The ones that are like look similar together.
I'll try.
Clown, they said clown, red egg, no yellow. Clown, red egg.
Is this a arrow pointing down?
You just give it me so I get my check. Sorry, man. You can touch me.
Yeah. So blue triangle, light blue, and then orange triangle. Top right. It's a 3 by 4, and then.
Yes. Okay. One.
Wait,
10-second penalty. Gotta go back. Nathan didn't have his hand on.
this smudge, it almost looks like a big, but it's like it's not that smudge. Okay? And then the other one, and then it has like another orange line, and then there's some other specks on it. And then the last one. Okay, so just remember, we're focusing.
What are other players in position to? There's two of them.
Okay, so the orange one, and then the.
That one. How wide?
Okay.
This one goes here. Goes tall.
What is this? What a black box. What I see here, and then below that is a. She said, "What kind of squiggly? Purple squiggly or red squiggly? Some sort of squiggly." She said. I think she said purple squiggly. Purple does know in a red.
Is there an empty space?
But this is a red squiggly. It's red squiggly. What the hell?
I mean, how many rows is this? We should probably figure that out.
So, we are putting 5 more minutes on the clock. At the end of the 5 minutes, if no one is correct, we will check each team and see who has more correct to determine the winner.
I'm gonna ask for a check. This can't work. So it's gotta be probably this.
Check.
All right, step back, please. Incorrect.
She said,
do the one green dot for now here.
okay. And then black dot 3. But then black dots and which one is it? Okay, I see it. Check!
That was good. Fuck those two.
Incorrect.
Check.
Set that, please.
Swap that.
Incorrect.
Oh my gosh.
Check.
Check. Yes. Something's wrong with it.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Alright, good. So I think this is here.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, guys.
I'm pretty confident about mine.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay, we're good.
I think this is it. Oh. It's over.
1. Stop.
All right.
Before we step more.
Step back, please. Let me see how many you have.
You didn't change anything.
Imagine we got none.
Are they allowed to walk over here?
Did you have a winner? By a score of 10 to 1. Purple wins.
Good job.
Oh my god.
You guys are right in like the spot.
The orientations mattered? Oh my gosh. That's why we got it.
All right, who wants to come and grab it?
Thank you.
So, I really want 2 more friends on the summit, but I want to switch it up a little bit. So, the summit's going to be decided by the opposing tribe. Purple, you're going to pick who goes from green. It cannot be Amir, Megan, or John S. Green, you will pick for purple. It cannot be Gibble, Steven, or John B. Andrew's going from green?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cool. Who's going for purple?
Right.
All right, if you 2 want to just stay right here, everyone else can go back to camp. Welcome to the summit.
Hello.
So when you are stranded, you might come across other groups of people who also inhabit the place you're in. But money does not exist in this society. So how do you gain an upper hand? Talk it out. Presented in front of you as an advantage in this game. You will not know what this advantage is unless you have possession of it. 5 minutes have been placed on the clock. Both of you will need to agree on which of the 2 of you will take this advantage. One of you must take it. At the end of the 5 minutes, if you cannot agree on who gets the advantage, you both lose your vote at the next tribal council. So, you won, you would lose your vote at the next eligible tribal council.
Yep.
Because you're going, you would lose your vote at this current tribal council. It is up to you to determine who gets this advantage. It is up to you how much you want to reveal about the summit to the other players. What happens here stays here. This is your time to talk. The clock has already started.
So I'll start since we're short on time. I think there's benefit to me having it if you're okay with it, because I'm going to use this, and I promise you when I say this, to our advantage.
Yep.
Like when we swap, you and me together, you become one of my instant allies as you trust me with that. Like, I think I could potentially need it.
Yep.
Today.
Who on your tribe threw my name out to come to this summit?
Dave.
Yeah.
I think, and I would actually say Dave did that in like hoping to sit next to you and have this one-on-one conversation.
Was Dave voted out last round?
No,
Who was?
it was John.
John.
And so I think that, they're coming after me though. I think that's what I'm nervous about.
What are the stories you've heard about people coming back? Because we've heard that you had to take a rock. You had to basically, a prisoner's dilemma, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to risk my vote, or
Our stories have been this, and Steven and Gibble are most likely to have an advantage on your side.
So we heard that who was the first one from your tribe that Amir. He didn't actually get up and vote. Is that true?
That's true.
It's true.
Yep.
Okay. All right. My story that I'm telling my tribe is that we had the choice of risking our vote. Prisons, traditional prisoner's dilemma. You can't speak. I'm not going to risk my vote.
Okay.
You can take the advantage.
Thank you.
I'm trusting you.
Yeah. I want to play this game with you.
I would love to play this game with you.
Yeah.
Dave told me you were a good guy, and that if we were in the same tribe, that I should tell you, and that I can trust you.
Cool.
So I'm taking Dave's word on it because Dave's a trustworthy guy.
Yeah.
But I hope we make the merge.
Yeah, and hopefully both of us survive this vote.
Yep.
I will use it if I'm feeling nervous. If I get back there and vibes are off,
Yep.
I might have to use it. I'd rather not, and rather be able to save it, pocket it, and then make the best decision when we're together and making a big move together with this.
Yep.
That's my ultimate, would be able to not use it and be able to use it when we're together to make a move and get numbers on our side. But if I go back and like the conversations I was having in the first round aren't the same, I might pull it out.
Yep.
But I'm gonna trust that I maybe like at least Dave's like turning my name down right now.
Yep.
And
Who else do you have on your tribe that you can trust?
so that's what I'm trying to say is
Yeah.
like everyone's feeding me what I want to hear,
Yep.
and I just don't know. Like I could go like I'm sure John S didn't see it coming last round, right? You know, and please just like, like they want to try to pretend like you're not going to find this out. Like John S is going to tell you what happened.
Yep.
So I'm going to tell you, and we'll just keep it between us for now. But as much as they've been being like, I want to rock with you, the second they get me in here away from camp, I'm not in. It's exactly what happened to John. He was fine until he disappeared, and all of a sudden he was the vote, you know? So that's what, like, coming here is a double-edged sword. I make a great ally, I probably get an advantage, but, like, am I going to be, can I survive this vote?
I hope you can.
Thank you.
I hope you can.
Yeah.
If, for whatever reason, we, Gibble, he's spreading lies,
Okay.
if you don't know him, he
Yeah, I
watches
don't
a
know.
lot of LRGs.
Okay.
There's a lot of ORGs. He knows who plays what and who knows who.
Gotcha.
So eventually, anyone you've played with,
Yeah, it's going to come
it's going to come out.
Yeah.
He's already pegging everyone in our tribe and pegging people from your tribe.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? It happens no matter what game you play.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is you got to play the game in front of you and trust the conversations you're having.
agreed, 1,000%.
So like, whether you play with Dave or not, who cares? I'll be able to find out like, you know, how those conversations are going together and know that if we're still working together, you know. I think this could be really good.
I wish you luck.
Thank you, Troy.
So just to cut in here, who are you giving the advantage to?
Letting Andrew take it.
And you're okay with that? Okay, great. So then this is done. Troy, you can go back to camp.
Thank you.
So
Big money, big money.
Yes.
Congratulations, you have earned a block of vote advantage. When it's time to vote, you must stand up and present Jack with this name and announce who you want to use it on. The player you announce will not vote at that tribal. The last time this can be played when there are 5 players left in the game. Okay.
thoughts, feelings?
Yeah, let me think about it. Because like I was going to be like, look, we got another steal vote too. It's even Steven. Like, let me help us have the numbers at a swap or a merge. Block a vote's a little different. Like, do I need to tell them it's a block a vote? Probably doesn't matter. It's still a way to take a number off their side. But I'm just going to pitch it as like, all right, this is going to help the tribe, just like John did. and hope the people I'm rocking with aren't going to just be talking about voting me out right now. And I'll use it at this tribal if I need to. I'm still making a good relationship with Troy out of this, and I even told him I might have to play it, so he won't be butthurt if I play it. But
where do you think this vote might go? Do you think it's going to just be a repeat of the last round, or do you think people are open to changing it up?
You know, we're all gamers, and like it gets boring to put John and Dave back on the so-called block every round, and I think that's boring. But I don't want that mean to be it's my turn to go. So I'm like okay with boring because it's not me. But I have a feeling right now if I'm at the very least a decoy name. So like they'll give Dave a breather, and I'll be a decoy name or the real name. And now it's just up to my gut instincts to figure out if I need to play this or not. Because I do think there's some people that won't vote me out right now. I've made some good alliances with Amir, Dave, and potentially Nathan's being truthful about wanting to keep me in the game. So that could be enough to save me, and maybe I'll be able to save this.
Well, thank you so much.
Going in as soon as the tribe picked Andrew, that I wasn't going to try to fight Andrew. I don't know Andrew. I've seen a previous game he played, and know that he's a trustworthy type of person. That doesn't mean this game is going to be won. I know that. But I was trying to read like him before we walked over to the summit, and there was panic in his eyes, and he was doing a lot of like swallowing. So I got the sense like something wasn't right. I decided to use the time to really gain information that either I had questions about or my tribe had questions about, because I knew going back I needed to give them something. So that's what my thing is. I don't want to have an advantage. I don't want that target on my back. I already kind of have a target on my back with my tribe. I told Bandit, because I wasn't trusting Bandit before he voted, that I had an idol, which I don't. But he immediately told Bex. Bex told me. I realized that I can't trust Bennett with a secret, and that's why I was willing to flip and vote Bennett out. Again, Bennett, sorry, love you, but couldn't trust you. But so now the women know I have an idol, or an idol. So I didn't need anything else more on my shoulders, my back, anything like that. So I wasn't coming back with anything.
The entire tribe, similar to how I gathered everybody. He said it was basically the same thing. There was no middle ground. It was either you're both losing or one of you's walking away with an advantage. He told us that he got the advantage. Apparently Troy feels not perfect, like he's not at the top, but he feels good. And because of that reason, he allowed Andrew to take it, which is apparently a block a vote. So I did say to Andrew, the thought of the two of us working together, he's got a steal a vote, he has a block vote, I have a steal a vote. That is a massive swing. If he steals the vote of someone he blocks the vote of someone from the other alliance, I steal it. We've just taken 2 votes from them and added 1 to us. So that is a very legitimate thing I'm keeping in mind. There was a brief moment where I considered voting Andrew out, sorry. But I don't know, I like the thought of the 2 of us working together. That's a lot of ammunition.
Communication challenge. It was unfortunate. Dave was not the best at communicating in the middle, but that's okay. You know, it's a challenge, move on, right? But I just don't want the fallback to fall on myself. Currently, the fallback for the challenge is falling on Andrew, as he's an easy name to throw out. He went to the summit, maybe not as connected. So at this point, Andrew could be catching some heat.
Gibble knows that he's on the bottom, and Gibble is just spewing everything to me, and he told me that I'm on the bottom. And then I said, well, how am I on the bottom? And because it's interesting that I find that I'm on the bottom when 4 people came up to want to work with me, and I have 2 people on my tribe that told me that they're my number 1 and I'm their number 1, and like trust is beginning to form. So he said that Brooke and Steven and Troy all know each other. They've played together. And he said that as soon as they get the chance, they're going to vote me out. And then he said that John V is like known as a villain, and to get him out. So we're in a very precarious situation right now. I have no advantages. So honestly, I feel like my mercy's kind of at like my tribe mates. I'm not on the bottom, so I'm not going to try to ruffle any feathers because I don't have the numbers and it doesn't make logical sense. Again, I'm just soaking up all this information because it's very useful, especially when we swap tribes or merge. And yeah, so this is the first time I've had people come to me and say they want to work with me instead of me being the aggressor. I really want to turn on my aggressive game come individual time. I've been totally laying back and, you know, throwing up on camera, but that's all a show. Kind of just taking in everything right now. So I feel like the World Wide Web. I have a lot of information. Just depends what I need to give to other people to share to build alliances on other tribes. John S is my main, honestly. He's on another tribe. We're team losers. We're the Alliance team loser or final losers or something like that. So we're definitely going to chat, merge. Not, excessively. I, feel like we both can make it there, hopefully. But my number one right now, even though John B is known as a villain, I'm going to trust him for the time being. I think I trust him more because I tried saying to Brooke, Troy, and Steven that Gibble said that to me and they didn't deny it. And I found that very interesting because it's like, okay, so in your three dynamic, where do I lie in that alliance? Troy said he wants to work with me. Brooke said she wanted to work with me. Steven said he wanted to work with me, and I find that very interesting. Bennett wanted to work with me, very pissed off he left. And I told him leading up to Tribal, just in case if he was still in the game, I gave him a heads up that he was on chopping block, but girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. There's a lot of strategists playing this game, and it's like exciting because it's like, oh, I'm not the only one. It's fabulous.
Definitely at the beginning of merge, fingers crossed, making it to merge. But I do think that there's some people that I really like John B. The more I talk to him, the more of a threat I think he actually can be. For being not a huge Survivor fan, who only watched 6 seasons, I feel like he really is strategic minded. And I like him. I know he wants to work together and I want to work with him, but he's definitely not someone that I want to sit with at the end.
Why not?
I think that he is really strategic. I feel like he's, especially from now till if he were to make it to the end, he'd do pretty well. So his Bex for sure, and I'm working pretty closely with Steven, and I really want to trust Steven, and I feel like I can. I want to talk between John B, Steven, Troy. Thank you. Oh my God. My brain is fucking fried right now. Talk about the three of them, like knowing each other from outside the game, having a tight alliance. I was just telling them the last time I played in LRG, Blood versus Water, my cousin, who's like my brother, blindsided me and voted me out. So I don't think that you can always, count on the relationships you have prior to this game. This is the game, and everything's open. You never know what can happen. So I hope that's what everyone else is saying. I mean, I'm assuming he's been a target for a long time.
Is there any particular reason?
A lot of people just don't trust him. He just kind of like ruffles feathers for a lot of people. It seems like he's trying to turn like everyone against everyone. And I mean, I know like our group of 5 can only go so far into the game anyway, but like we're a pretty like harmonious group right now, and he's on the bottom. He's obviously trying to find his way in, find cracks where he can, but I think that he has his work kind of cut out for him at this point. It's not going to happen. But you can't blame him for trying.
So me and Troy think what I've been suspecting, that Gibble is lying, because Amir said he didn't vote. When I went to the summit, Jonathan S. said that Amir never got up to vote, and then whoever just went with Troy confirmed the same thing. Amir never got up to vote. So we're thinking maybe Amir lost his vote, so did Gibble, but Gibble just went to the booth to vote to make it look like he had a vote. We don't know now, but we're pretty strong on our consensus of who's going to go home if Purple loses again. So I don't feel too bad right now.
Who is it?
It's going to most likely, if we lose again, Gibble's probably, because he's stirring the pot. He told someone on the other tribe, Amir, that it's not working for me because I'm chaotic. But then he was telling everyone in my tribe that he just watched Amir play Survivor Philly and he's chaotic. And it was like almost word for word. So I know who's trying to pull strings here. And he also did try to throw Steven out there as a decoy. So he's up to something. My tribe, we're kind of theorizing those battles are kind of, I guess, like shots in the dark. But we theorize whoever gets voted out, you pull the message in the bottle, good movie. If you pull the message in the bottle, you're safe. But we thought you would get immunity and then they would have to scramble and revote. So we were confused when everyone came back and started scrambling. We were like, okay, our theory is right. But then no one went back to vote. So we're thinking maybe that person comes back and they can't get voted out this round. So we're going to kind of see how people are scrambling out. We think 2 people got voted out. We think it was either Dave or Johnston S, but the Green Tribe won't confirm or deny either. So it's very interesting because I gave John the advantage. I don't know what the advantage was. Maybe they got blindsided, didn't play it, but maybe now they know their name's on the chopping block. So maybe they have immunity and they have the advantage. So they might be able to do something. Either way, that's a good luck to me. They're giving them that. So maybe that's like an olive branch can be extended when we get a swap or merge. So my hands are clean with that one.
After last round, we went back to camp and Green was at their tribal council, and all of a sudden we hear a lot of cheering and screaming, and they all sit down in a circle, all 7 of them. They're like, oh, what happened? They're like, well, we had a fun time. Nobody went home. I understand from a gameplay perspective, it's like you don't want to give information to the enemy, but if there's ever a swap or merge, fuck these guys, dude. Like, they are actually like low-key annoying me and pissing me off because I give them all this information and they just yap and shut their mouths. Maybe I'm the idiot.
What information do you give them?
I don't actually give them any information, I'll be honest. I guess I just talk to them friendly and like we're like, oh yeah, we're cool. Like, it had fun in the challenge. I don't give game information, I suppose, but I just like chat with them and I'm like, oh yeah, this is who went to the summit. I don't know what happened. The challenge went really well in that me and Steven had this strategy, and I've coincidentally been saving up bottle caps all day. I don't know why, I just wanted to shove something in my pocket so it looked like I had an idol. Anyways, I placed, when we had one correct, we placed the bottle cap on it. That way we can mark which one was right. And luckily enough, the strategy worked out. We dominated the other tribe. I'm really hoping for a tribe swap to happen here, because I feel like if we were going to go to tribal council, I would be the one on the block. I am absolutely willing to flip on the tribe if the numbers are right. I just figured out that I thought I knew all the pregame connections, but Brooke actually knows both Steven and Troy, and I did not clock that. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. I really want to make like, not a final 2, but like a really solid alliance with Bex, because she's the only like loner, and I hate pregames even though I have like 6. I've like tried to actively get the people who I know out. That way we can make it a more fun game and that I don't get targeted ever. So we'll see.
Well, what's stopping you from talking to other people on the team and developing those relationships now before a swap, if a swap even happens?
On which team?
On the other team.
Yeah. So I could technically go talk to the green people and be like, hey, we should make an alliance, we should form this. Right now they're scrambling, so I don't really want to do that. Let's just say we were both sitting around. Thing is, it's not, ever you say at the start, everyone makes their social contracts. And I think some of the unspoken rule is that if you're constantly talking to the other tribe, you're with them, not with us. So, I mean, if I saw John V get up and chat with every person on the green tribe, I'd want to vote him out. I'd want to vote like anyone who did that out. It's just bad gameplay at that point. So I'm going to hold off. If there's another purple vote, I'd only shoot myself in the foot farther by talking to green. If it's a swap, I mean, mum's the word if I'm the one voted out because I didn't pregame, or not pregame, if I didn't cross tribe enough, so I'll live with myself.
Oh, confused. What the hell? We heard the celebratory cheer, so we knew someone picked the right bottle. But then they were all scrambling and doing confessionals. So we thought there was going to be another vote. So we were super duper confused. We asked for story time, and Amir basically said someone pulled the right scroll and they're still in the game. And that's all he gave.
Didn't give any name?
Nope. But in the summit, Andrew said it was John S, which I believe because I knew Dave was on the chopping block with John, and it's going to be one of the 2 of them. So as far as I'm concerned, that story checks out. I'm starting to trust John V a little bit more. I know John V and Steven know each other. I know John V, I've never met him before, but I know of him, he knew of me. I know Steven, I played with Steven. They're bigger threats from just like visually. People are going to be looking at them before they look at me. So I'm feeling like I kind of need to go that way since I put it up Bennett. But I think ultimately Bex right now is probably the person I trust the most. There is some flexibility in who the targets are, because the targets for the last 2 rounds were basically more or less pushed by one individual. Love Brooke, she's great. She's been like, I'm doing this, and like basically everyone has to listen. So if she doesn't show any kind of flexibility, her head's on the chopping block. However, group consensus does kind of feel like Gib needs to go, and fully on board with that. He is stirring the shit pot, sorry, excuse my language, He is planting seeds. Like, he is planting hard, and there's no need for that. Like, you got to go. Because you're trying to blow up my game, and you're coming for me.
I think that I'm in a good position right now in my tribe. Right now, we have Gibble definitely on the bottom, is going to be the next person voted out if we have to go back to tribal council. But out of the rest of my tribe, I feel like I'm in the middle. I have the trio that everyone is calling a trio of John, Troy, and I, because like we know each other and have played with each other. I mean, I've played with John and Troy, but I don't think they've played with each other. So I think it all like kind of stems from me. And then I have the Stevens Angel Alliance with the two girls. So right now I feel like I'm in the middle of that. I have John V in the alliance with the girls as well to make a fourth. So if we have to go to tribal twice in a row, I feel like Troy probably would be on the bottom and the next to go after Gibble. But I don't know. And it was also huge last round to be able to get Bennett out because the girls were really close to Bennett as well. So pretty much they had to choose between me and Bennett. They chose me. So that makes me feel really good and really secure in that alliance. And I do feel really good about the girls that they will protect me late into this game.
This vote is a clusterfuck. I have heard pretty much every single name. The name that has kind of coalesced has been Megan, which hurts because I really like her and we were in an alliance. But after going through two tribals of getting votes, I don't have the social capital to stick my neck out and save someone. I need to go with the flow. And if everyone on the tribe is playing me and it's me, more power to them, that's fine. But this is going to be an interesting vote. I think it's Megan. I think she's going to be surprised. But like I said, it very well might be me or John. We'll see. I bet there might be an advantage played this round. Not by me. I don't have one. So Andrew's my tight guy on this one. The next circle out is probably Amir. Megan was, but with her being on the outs a little bit, she's gone back. But then I had John and Nathan come up and say, what do you think about the three of us going to the end together? No one would suspect it. John's like, yeah, we were against each other last vote. That would blow people's freaking mind. I'm like, I'm down for that. So am I really down for it? I don't know. I'm saying yes to anyone that comes up to me. We'll see what happens.
Right now, what I see as the breakdown is kind of saying to John and to Dave, like, we're not going to do the same thing. Like, Dave, there's only so many votes that we can ask you to hang in and be a decoy vote until you're just like, fuck this, I'm on the bottom. John, like, we got to switch this. So how do we flip the script in a way that doesn't endanger me? For me, that is, I'm doing the, like, go to John and make Megan feel comfortable. And I'm thinking that what's going to happen is a Megan blindside. And the reason I think about that is because Nathan and Amar and I talked about sort of how Megan is a person who is really likable and kind of will slide through this game and could end up winning. And like, I just think she's the type of person who everybody thinks that they are in with. And if you're gonna make the move, it's probably now. So that's what I'm hoping happens. But honestly, I'm just hoping that I don't get blindsided. This is a vulnerable position for me because I'm in way less like scrambly chatter than I have been. I'm trying to take a step back. That flip challenge like was kind of dumb for me. Like I didn't want to look like that early. And so like I sat out this challenge. I'm trying to take a backseat. This would be a great time to blindside me though. And so like for the first time in this game, I'm definitely a little worried. The paranoia's getting me.
Green Tribe has been scrambling this whole time, and just the hottest scramble we've had. So the names that are out are Megan. Andrew, and John. The funny thing is, John said David came over and was just saying it innocently. He's like, I mean, I've heard everyone's name except yours, which I think I already thought that I was playing really well, but now people are starting to catch on to it, which scares the hell out of me. I don't want you saying that because damn, like everyone's name has come up to some capacity except for mine, and I think Alex's name. But I think that's just a product of my social. I've never had good social game before. It's great, like strategic game, but like I've never had good social game. It's like working. We are trying to pull off a blindside on Megan right now, and me, myself, Nate, Alex, and John S are trying to pull off a blindside, but it got leaked a little bit, and more people are piling on Megan, and when more people find out about a name, it's more likely to get to the source, and it's more likely to get to Megan. I don't want it to get back to her, and I don't want my name to come up at all. But right now, I'm just like really, really nervous. I have not had a break this game. Like even when we're like, even that one challenge we won, we have not had a break at all because we're still talking, we're still thinking, we're still strategizing. It is just, this game is exhausting. I want to get to the next big phase or big milestone in this game. We're going forward. I really trust Nathan. Nathan's my guy, and I really trust Alex. Those two are my guys. I lied to them a little bit. They have no idea that I have an idol. They think they have an extra vote, but they think that we're like a really tight three, and I think we are a really tight three. But I'm not telling them about my immunity idol because those guys are gamers, and they're going to try to. If I tell them about my immunity idol, what they're going to do is try to use it or manipulate me to do it, to use it in a way that benefits them in their game, just the same way that I would do if I found out that they had an idol. So I'm not telling anybody anything. So they think the only people that think that I have an extra vote are Nate and Alex. I told them that I got something, and I made it seem like they were the only ones that I was telling that I got something.
So you've told them that so they know you didn't lose your vote at that one, or they still think you lost your vote?
Those two know that I didn't lose my vote.
Understood.
But everyone else
Okay.
does. But no one knows I have an immunity idol.
There's damn near everyone's name is out there, including my own potentially. So I'm nervous and truly have no clue which way it's going to go. I don't know who I'm voting for. I've got to talk to a couple more people to figure out which group I'm going to go with, and I'm going to have to just ride with them. Lines are going to be drawn at this point. My crew, I had Amir, David, and myself. But then someone's telling me, well, then I also had another group, but someone told me Amir threw my name out. So I'm like, is that the right group for me to go with? But then I was also vibing with Nathan and someone else. I forgot the name. It's just crazy.
Andrew,
right?
John, Alex.
Andrew and Alex. And I just don't know which way to go. But I've got to choose a group and just hope that group stuck together. I wish I didn't hear that Amir said my name. That's really messing me up.
The vibe is confusing because I've heard 5 different names so far, including my own, which I expected after what happened last time. Feel good again, might be wrong again. The vote is apparently either Megan or Andrew, but from what I gather, Andrew is the decoy, Megan is the real vote. I like Megan a lot. I actually really don't want to vote her out. However, she's thrown my name out twice, voted for me once. So if I'm hearing her saying my name again, that's, sorry, 2 strikes, you're out. It's not 3 strikes in this game for me. I don't know fully what to expect. Everyone keeps walking up and telling me, I don't think it's you, man. I don't think it's you. Alex says he feels great with me. I made a Final 3 alliance with Dave, and I just said his name and I already forgot it. I just made a Final 3 alliance with Dave and the guy from Ohio.
Nathan.
Sorry, Nathan. I don't know. I mean, I think I'll say this. If I get through this vote, if I survive this next vote, I think I'm good to the merge. I really do. I think that it's going to be one of the scenarios where how many times throughout Survivor do we see someone get so close to getting cut and then something miraculously saves them, and then the next thing you know, they're in the final 5. I'm not going that far yet, but I think this is the vote I have to survive. And regardless of if we go to another tribal, I think I'm okay. I'm not going to play it at this tribal no matter what, because I am playing the long game. I'm here to win. I'm not here to finish 9th. Playing that advantage right here, even if it gets me through another vote where maybe I wouldn't have, then I'm really just the next name down. So I think it makes, if I go home, I go home. But I think it makes more sense long-term. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm not going for a single, to carry that with me forward. And if I can survive, it's going to add a lot of value in the future.
This is the chaos I signed up for. This is spiraling. This is wild. This is definitely the wildest vote so far. At some point, 5 or 6 names were thrown out, mostly a smokescreen. I think Amir is playing really hard at this point because he was saying that Megan threw out mine and Andrew's name. I think he said that to get me on the Megan train, which is interesting because I already threw out Megan's name, but I always want to make the optimal decision at each point. But I think that's Amir's best move, is to take out Megan at this point. I don't know if it's my best move. I think the reason why John is not going, I'll give him credit. He's playing really great right now. I think he's fostered the relationships enough to where he has it solid. I have to decide who is better for my game in this moment. So at this current moment, I think that Megan will be the vote. it's tough because both of us had this connection of being far travelers for this game. I think we would be seen as unlikely allies. However, there is a contingent on the other side of the two girls we know most likely are working together. If Megan links up with them down the line, could be a 3. I don't buy stock in that. I don't think the gender lines matter.
John. So you're still here.
I'm still here.
What was the temperature of the camp when you got back after receiving the majority of votes, being voted out, and still being in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was pretty transparent with everyone. Like, it hurt, of course, but at the same time, we're all playing a game. So it's water under the bridge. I mean, I'm back in it. I'm still just as loyal to you guys as I was last time. I mean it when I said I haven't told a lie. I've been completely transparent. I said last time that I felt fairly comfortable with people that I felt comfortable with. I'm going to echo that sentiment once again. I mean, there's a very good chance I get blindsided again. I really didn't see it coming last time. I knew my name was on the block. I didn't think it was going to be me, but running it back, and I still do feel really confident with the people who I've had a chance to talk with.
So Dave, what's the benefit of just saying, hey, let's run it back? You still got bottles, but everybody agreed on John once. Why don't we just do it again?
I think we're at the point in the game where people are, you're no longer thinking, what do we need for tribe strength or anything like that. They're thinking, who do I feel good with and comfortable down the line? So I mean, he has been very transparent. You could say the easy vote is him, but he's been really upfront with people, and a lot of people would have come back and thrown a hissy fit, and he hasn't, so that's to his benefit. And all he's done is build bridges in his time past. I think that's very smart move on his part. I don't know if I could do it that well.
Well, you got 2 votes.
What was the question mark? I don't think that one counts.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. So, yes.
Was there any discussion after? Did you know you were catching votes?
I mean, we knew going in.
We knew that we were voting for each other.
We were totally up front. We're kind of bonding over which one of us is going to get more. We knew that. I wasn't sure going in 50-50 him or me. That one broke my way. There was a second vote for me. I didn't go bust people's chops and try to figure out who it was, partly because that undermines the tribe, and I want this tribe to stay strong. And was it you? Was it you? Was it you? That does nothing but put people's hackles up. It doesn't help anyone. So whoever it was, good move. Water under the bridge, no issue.
So Nathan, what I'm hearing is everybody's on board that happened. It's a reset. John's back. We're together again. If you had won immunity, probably a different story, and we're a big happy family, but we're right back. So is it still just going to be hitting a reset button?
I mean, I think it's making for great TV. It's been back and forth. Like, it's hard to call like which tribe is ahead if you want to look at it that end, right? So, is it a reset? I think it was. I think that we just took the playing field. And it was. I think this round was probably like the most chaotic. I think there's been like a lot of names floating around. Whether that was like smoke or whatnot, it's hard to gauge, right? But I do think that now that we kind of settled into the game, I think people are playing a little harder and like understanding and getting their feet wet, of course, and I think that's where we're at.
Andrew, was there any fear, you being the person chosen by the other tribe to go to the summit, that you're going to be the person from your tribe, as everybody's hitting this reset button, you're the one person who's not there to have these conversations? Did that cross your mind?
Yeah, I'd say yes and no. Yes, it was a fear because when you gather around and you don't want to talk about someone to vote out that's not present. I wasn't present for some of that, scrambling time to figure out a name. So it was an easy name to throw out. I'd say no, because I've been, getting to know this tribe and trying to build bonds and trust with people, and everything I've said to people I mean, right? So I hope they see that and value that more than any past history in these challenges that we've had. I think that, like you just kind of said, it's like, yes, we want to win challenges. I think we're all capable of helping and winning these challenges. That takes a back seat to the relationships we're making moving forward. And that's how I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to go with people I trust.
So Megan, speaking about relationships, you and Imir were very, very open early on about how you felt like, okay, maybe I'm not singled out, but I can tell that I'm different here. Do you still feel that way?
I mean, for me, it's always going to be something in the back of my mind. Just like when I am in this group, that's something that's always going to be in the back of my mind. Things are just in general, things are ramping up, right? We're getting further into the game. Relationships that you've had are getting stronger or whatever. And so I think you just have to vote where you trust, and I can't let my fears sit in the forefront of my head. I've got to still play and play hard.
So, Amir, we've now had summit after summit after summit after summit, tribal after tribal after tribal, and other than, John being touched by an angel,
I said the same exact thing, literally.
Nothing's happened when I've said, hey, it's time to play anything. Has there been much? Is there still talk of advantages?
We're talking about advantages, but the purple tribe is who has the advantages. Those are the guys that are stacked up, as far as I know. And then anyone who went to the summit did come back here and was honest about what they had. So it is public knowledge about Andrew's block vote. So it did come up, but it came up in the sense that we're unified. We use it for each other as much as we can moving forward, and those are the guys that are locked and loaded, and we just need to be together. That makes sense.
So Andrew, you came back, just to be clear, you came back and said, here's what I got, here's what happened.
Yeah, and I would actually say they were stacked, but then now after the last 2 rounds we've evened the playing field. Thank goodness John is still around, and I now have an advantage too, so it should be, if our math is right, 2 versus 2 in terms of these block votes, steal votes, whatever the way the vote may sway now that people have something in their pocket. So, hopefully now that John and I are both around, that we can actually make something happen and, use our cohesiveness that I'd like to think we do have over their chaotic, there are fractions over there. So factor away the 2 versus 2, advantage to advantage, and just talk about the bonds and relationships. I think we have the upper edge.
So, Alex, it's doing a reset. Mm-hmm. Now we have advantages. Mm-hmm. We just try to get rid of John with advantages, but I'm hearing, okay, now we're using these as weapons. So what are we actually going off of for this vote? Is it still challenge strength?
Mm-hmm. No, I think that the reaction to John being still in the game when that bottle was read was telling and was genuine, right? That wasn't a vote that we wanted to do. I think that this side realizes there are really hard players on the other side, and frankly, this sort of analogy of everybody adding to the ammo stockpile does ring true to me. I think it's sort of like what John said earlier and Dave said of you're trying to just find who you want to stand with when we get split up, when we get merged, when things change, because I do feel pretty much everybody on this tribe can work with each other.
So you need the right ingredients to take the cake.
Trying to go macho military, ammo stockpile. No,
you're the one who brought it
fantastic.
up.
Yeah, that was great.
All right. Anything else we need to touch on? All right, time to vote.
This is a person who I really wanted to work with really badly, even after I got to know everybody. If it were up to me, I honestly had you in my final 3, but you wrote my name down, and I heard you said my name again this time, so I'm really sorry. Calling my shot. I'm either going home here or I'm making the merch.
I don't want to do this, but I really don't want to do Andrew. Sorry.
All right. If anyone has an advantage or an idol, you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. Ready the votes? First vote. John. One vote John. Megan. One vote John, one vote Megan. 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 That's 3 votes Megan, 1 vote John. Next person voted out of Stranded, Megan.
Thank you for hugging. Okay. Oh my God. Look at the bottle.
Pick a bottle. Pick a bottle.
The contents of this bottle have no power. Thanks for playing.
Good game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you very much.
Good game.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, it's all good.
My heart. I'm sorry. My heart. Oh, you give it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I can give you another one.
My heart. Like that one hurt. I'm sorry.
Alright.
This is not easy.
That one hurt. Grab yourself.
This is not easy.
Yeah, a little blindsided.
Yeah, that was my next question. It was unanimous.
I mean, yeah, which hurts a little more. We heard everyone's name this round, but this was the first time that I heard my name. And I don't know, I thought I had the right people looking out for me, and it didn't go that way. So I feel a little bit better knowing it seemed like it was the hardest vote for people. I even got a little heart. It's all good. I mean, we're playing a game and it was my time. So it was a blast though. It's not my experience. I mean, I feel like I got to experience a little bit of everything while I was here. I won a little bit in the challenges, like I did my part. We got to see the shot in the dark work at the tribal council. So like that was pretty cool. I had alliances, I was making connections. I got lied to, so that's always like something you check off on your box. I got blindsided. I almost would rather be blindsided than to like walk in being like, yeah, well, it's me tonight. So it was an awesome experience. Thank you so much for
This is a bit to really bring somebody into the fold, and I think it's going to work here, but we've been really good at blindsiding people, and I'm thinking about that in the back of my mind too.
So Blindside is brewing, and it's a Megan roast.
This is by far the most uneasy I've felt so far, and I'm either out right now or set up for some success in this game. We'll see. Nice meeting you, Megan.
I played several of these live reality games. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've gone to tribal council where I didn't think in the back of my mind it might be me. So there's a part of me that thinks it might be me. I hope I'm wrong. The name that I have been told by pretty much everyone is Megan. Megan, I did not throw your name out. I wanted to go with you to the end, but it seemed like the tide rolled against you a little bit. And hopefully it's you and not me. But if it's me, it's been a pleasure.
I don't know if it's paranoia and accurately reading it, but I still feel okay. It's nothing personal, strictly business. This moment had too many options, and I genuinely do think that you're lovely, and it's tough. It's a game, and I do wish you the best of luck. But once again, 4 down, 11 to go.